Autopsy left us with more questions than answers, and I will be just as interested as the next person in discovering whether one or more of those questions may be answered right now by our next speaker. With the exception of Ray Santilli, the man responsible for bringing alien autopsy to worldwide prominence, few others are better qualified to deliver an update on alien autopsy than our next speaker. Philip Mantle's prowess as a UFO researcher, investigator, author and writer is on a par with the best. Like me, Philip served his apprenticeship in this subject in time-honoured fashion, from the ground up. But the knowledge and experience he gained was surely never put more to the test than after he was first approached by Ray Santilli with news that he had allegedly come into possession of what some would liken to ufology's Holy Grail. Here to tell us more about that remarkable chapter in his life, and I'm sure much more besides, would you please welcome Mr. Philip Mantle.
Thank you very much, Graham. It's a pleasure to be here. Before I start my presentation today, I've just a few words about Graham, the conference and UFO magazine. He's not prepared for what's about to happen. The tables are about to be turned.
Oh God.
It's the 21st anniversary of the conference. I was fortunate enough to be around in the very early days when these conferences first started. Many years ago at Centenary House in Leeds on North Street. If anyone is from the city, they'll probably know where I mean. And it is indeed a sight to see where the conference has evolved to its present format today. But I can assure you, I can hear Graham squirming in the background behind me, that it did have extremely humble origins. And as a slight reminder to Graham and to the others that were around at the time, they're still with us. Paul Chaplow's in the background. I've seen an old friend called Graham Townsend here from Bradford. I don't know if he's here today, he certainly was yesterday. But as a reminder of how the conferences first started, I'd just like to show a few slides. Can I have the first slide, please? Russ will focus it. There we go. Anybody identify the tall, slim man on the right-hand side? It's Graham Birdsall, circa 1982, Centenary House, North Street, Leeds. Chaps sat next to him, Mark Birdsall, Graham's younger brother, who organised the conferences for many years with him. Next slide, please, Russ. Graham, a very young, slim-looking Graham Birdsall. Would you recognise him today? Next slide, please, Russ. Just this is a little tip for the other speakers. This is how to make sure you don't get invited back next year. This is what conference organising takes out of you. It was no easier then than it is today, perhaps even harder in those days. This particular shot was taken on an abortive attempt we made to go to a conference in Oxford, and the coach we borrowed broke down on the motorway. Graham's had enough. Next slide, please. Started to get a little bit more complicated. We had our first banners, and presentations that you see here was I think it was the first time that Timothy Good appeared at the conference. Next slide, please. I heard at the presentation evening last night that there were some delegates here from Norway. Are they in the building today? Well, the first overseas speaker ever at an international conference hosted by Graham was a Norwegian. His name is Odd Gunnar Rode from UFO Norway. He lives just south of Oslo. This is the gentleman in question here. 1986 saw the first international speaker at the conference. Next slide, please. This is Odd Gunnar making his presentation. Next slide, please. Not to be outdone, just to show that I'm not poking fun at Graham